I think we are ready. Good morning, evening, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. I hope you are having the most wonderful, magnificent of days. Let me just check if I actually have everything set up properly. I'm never sure about the sound because I change the games that I stream like twice a day, and then my all my sound settings are a bit different, so if there's anything that's a little bit awkward, just let me know. But yeah, anyway, this is it's our first Final Fantasy 14 stream this week, which is kind of weird to say. I didn't well, if you had asked me, like, I don't know, up 2 months ago or so, I would have never guessed that I'm gonna go variety as much. Like, at least not on my main YouTube channel. But if you're watching on Twitch, I guess it doesn't affect you at all because you just get to see everything that I do. But I didn't know that I was gonna start streaming on gameplays, and that was just such a spontaneous decision. Like, one day I was just sitting there thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe I should play other games as well. Maybe I should, I don't know, learn the Final Fantasy lore, or just see what these games are that you guys are enjoying, and I never get to do that. And so far, I'm really not regretting it. Good morning, Morgan, or good afternoon. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Hello, Victor. Welcome back. How are you guys doing? What's up? So yeah, I'm actually really excited about this. And honestly, I think I was facing this thing where streaming has been a bit, I don't want to say bothersome, but a bit difficult for me to do because I felt like I kept doing the same thing over and over again. And then I just realized that it's not about me being tired, because yes, I'm tired, but then I don't go to sleep. I just, like, I don't stream even when I'm like slightly sick, like I am today, but I'm still here because I know I want to be and I'm motivated to be here. But sometimes, like before I started streaming other games as well, I just felt like I was limiting myself in a way. Like, I felt like I could never find time to do these other things. A lot of it comes down to also my son starting daycare full time, because for months I had him go from like 7 in the morning till 12:30 p.m. and now he stays until like 3 or 4 p.m., which I noticed was overall better for him, because I figured he was missing out on that social aspect a little bit, because by the time I would pick him up at like 12:15, 12:30, he like the kids would be going to sleep, and then they wake up and then they spend a bunch of time together, they play games, and they have like a snack together and whatnot, and he was just not a part of that. So initially I felt very guilty. I felt like, maybe I'm not contributing enough, like when it comes to my job and whatnot, for the moment, for him to be there full time. And then I realized that I'm never going to start contributing full time if I don't start working full time. So I started working full time, and I feel like I appreciate that time that I have with him in the afternoon so much more. We get like solid 5 hours together, and it just feels so good because we get to do things. Like, I actually am clear of like work stuff. Sometimes I will like restream, I don't know, MSQ or whatever, and we'll still be around in the chat, but that is such a minuscule thing to do in comparison to what I used to do before. Before, I would just sit there and I try to like both be with him and just kind of finish up work so I don't have to work too much in the evening. And then in the evening, inevitably, I would have a ton of work to do, and it just feels good that I am able to commit myself to him for that amount of time that he's with me, and I'm just so much happier. I think he is as well. I woke up a bit sick. Oh, please look after yourself. I know more than a lot of other people what it's like to be sick all the time, and just like all the moms who have their old parents who have their toddlers in daycare. Being sick is a menace, especially when it happens over and over again. Variety is definitely something that is going to take so much time to explore, but I'm already like getting ideas for content. I know what I want to do. Most importantly, I know what you guys would like to ideally watch, and that just kind of feels so good. It's like I don't know what to do with air conditioning. Like I have it on, but then it just feels so cold, and then the moment I turn it off, it's just so weird. Do you know what? I'm just gonna get my throat medicine first. Because I didn't get it before the stream, and now I'm starting to feel that scratch, and that is definitely something I need to address. So I have this cough medicine. It's like a little they look like candy, and they make my my throat go numb. So um, I'm gonna try and hurry up and have it. I should have had it before the stream, but I just forgot about it, which is why I'm talking weirdly. But I'm definitely going to try not to move it too much while I'm reading my quests. Oh, feel free to to recommend or write about it in Discord. I might make a sub channel since we started exploring other options as well. Maybe I'll make like a subcategory where everyone can just like drop like ideas and stuff. The best way to recommend me a game is to send me a game trailer, because even where's the Gladiators Guild? What am I doing? Or am I going to Gladiators Guild? I think so. Where's my quest? Even when someone recommends me the game, the first thing that I'll do is go look up a trailer. So if you think you have like a good trailer that isn't necessarily like a launch teaser or whatever, where you can't see the gameplay or anything, but it doesn't have any spoilers to the game, feel free to just drop them there. I'll actually take care of that today, later in the day. Do you know what? I'm gonna do that right now. Let me do it. Create channel. Channel name is gonna be Variety Suggestions. Okay, so we're gonna make it, and I'm gonna put it in, not in FF14, but let's put it in, I'm gonna put it in special rooms, so it's above the stuff to react to. Go nuts! Feel free to spam me there, and feel free to post videos. I'm pretty sure you can. I didn't edit any permissions or anything like that. So so yeah, feel free to just drop a video there if you have one for like a game trailer, because I'll be checking those out. And if it seems like something that I could possibly play, straight into the jar it goes. And if it's a newer game, obviously, what am I doing? Why am I not going the right way? If it's a newer game, obviously I will skip the line or skip the draw, and I will just play it as soon as it comes out. So even the upcoming games, feel free to post them, because this jar that I have is like 50% full of upcoming games. Well, not 50%, maybe like 10 or 20%, but I put all of them there. So the moment I draw something that is about to come out, I just wishlisted it on Steam or Epic or whatever, and I play it later. I am just going in circles without a clear direction. How do I not know how to get myself to Gladiators Guild? I spent so much time here. What the hell? Where's my dude? Okay. See, all the paladin side quests never managed to teach me how to do this. Okay. Let's do this. I don't know the story. I'm excited for the story, and people told me that it is a decent one. Oh, we even have a samurai glam. I didn't even get to show you. This is I actually bought the top from the market board. I was a little bit worried because for a moment it looked like this ribbon thing is going to clip it, but it doesn't always clip it, so it's good enough for me. I did do the paladin side quest. I was not in love with it, honestly. It was not my favorite one. It was just I thought that all the job quests were boring because Paladin 1 was boring, but then I realized over time that there are some incredible stories out there, and hopefully this is one of them. Moose Sosai regards you with a piercing gaze. Ah, yes, in your gaze I see stirrings of a newborn samurai. 'Tis plain the stone has already bequeathed some of its memories onto you. Oh, okay, so we already have the job crystal, which is why he acts like he knows us. Yet, having the memories is one thing, mastering them is quite another. We shall see how well you fare against me. Prepare yourself, young samurai. We begin as soon as you're ready. Sure. Old man. I remember very little about the starting quest. I just know that there was like an old guy who no one could beat, and then we come and talk to him, and then for some reason he recognizes potential in us or whatever. Gather ye round and bear witness, for another brave challenger has appeared. Next to face Musasai, Swordmaster of the Far East. We have an itinerant adventure. Alright. Oh gosh. Oh, by the way, guys, that new feature that Twitch said was going to go live. I don't know if I have anyone who's watching this on Twitch right now. Apparently, there's this thing where, like, before you enter the stream, you can, like, hover it or something, and then it appears in, like, the top banner without ads or anything like that, and then, like, people get to decide whether or not they want to watch the stream. Do you know if that's already a thing or not? Because I wasn't on Twitch as a viewer today. I just started the stream, so I didn't check it, but I saw the announcement about it. I just don't know if that's live yet. You know, Fran Bo? No, I don't think so. Not a game I found interesting, but more on the scary side. Well, scary games can produce interesting content. At least I'm not a huge fan of scary games, but if you have one that you know doesn't that is you think might be interesting, feel free to drop it there. I will always have the luxury of saying no or just not deciding to play it. But if there's an interesting game that I'd like to check out, just feel free to toss it there. Hold it right there. No one gets to take down that old bastard except me. Burled the last standing, scourge of the sands. Who is this? I don't know this guy. Oh wow, okay. You made a fool of me earlier, but this time there will be no tricks. This time I will fight with my own sword, not that pathetic excuse for a needle you handed me. Oh my god. What's this? Bone-headed Barrel, who was so roundly trounced but moments ago, has invaded the blood sands. What a troll. For those who came in late, he is the disgraced gladiator who was cast out of the Colosseum for, and I paraphrase, being an all-around odious brute. Thanks. Yeah, feel free to. I'm not gonna organize that channel. Whatever you want to put in there, Steam links, videos, or whatever, feel free to do that. The rules were plain, and you agreed to them. There were no tricks. Oh god. Shut your mouth and fight me again. Oh, maybe we get to fight him. Such eagerness for blood. The warriors of this land are naked as naked blades. I actually am so excited about the samurai lore. Oh god. That's pretty accurate too. Oh gosh. I'll get you next time. And off he goes. And with that distraction out of the way, we may continue where we left off. Oh, I'm loving today's glam. It's so on point. Okay. I kind of know basics of samurai, but no one's ever taught me. Didn't actually watch a guide. Which I tend to do too late. Like when I hit 90, then I'm like, let's learn how to play this. Pepper Onion Soup! Welcome back! Long time no see indeed! How have you been? I hope you're having a fantastic weekend. And a fantastic 2022, for that matter. How have you been? I had to check, like I said that, and the moment I said that, I had to check if it was 2022. I am so disoriented. Now, rather than doing positionals, why not just take your time and avoid it? If you can. Oh. It's hard to do positionals when you're one-on-one. You really can't. Is he ever gonna attack back? The usual meh? Oh, well, your usual needs to change then. If meh is your usual, gotta think of something else. It will fill your days with joy. Sorry, I know all too well what it's like to have a meh every day. I am in no way, shape, or form equipped to preach on how to make your life non-meh, for sure. Oh. Yeah, this is pretty much the samurai lore in real world, and I don't resonate with it, but I think it's so cool, which is why I decided to do this today. They are so cool. To draw forth such strength from the stone in so short a time, you are no ordinary woman. As promised, I shall bestow upon you, rarest of handgun treasures, training in the way of samurai. Oh, FF14 is definitely treating me well. So much so that I found the time to also play other games, which is I've mostly been doing for the past like what month or so, and I still have enough time to play FF14. It's such a relief to actually create content for a game that doesn't keep you on a leash. It's amazing. I'm so happy. Yeah, I just use True North, then I avoid it, especially with like duties like this. What's the matter? Our techniques are not found in this land, hence their great worth. As my pupil, you would train under my watchful eye and learn even the most puissant, I don't know how to read this word, of my techniques. Why, you lying bastard! All that fighting, and there wasn't even any coin in it? What's this? Boneheaded Burl is back, and this time he's brought friends. This man doesn't know when to give up. You got a problem? Come down here and say it. No, I don't think he will. At no point was it said that the treasure is an object, let alone coin. Besides, winning it was well beyond you. Shut the hells up. This time I'll show you my true strength. Your strength lies in numbers, 'twould seem. Very well, if you insist on another trouncing, then so be it. But know that this time 'tis not I who will deal it, but my pupil. Oh my god, I didn't even agree to this. What? Having seen your potential firsthand, he and his ilk ought not to pose you any trouble. Are you sure about this? That would be my exact face. Sorry, I'm still having my cough medicine. So, my reading is pretty bad. Whoever she is, take care of her too. Dude, it's like, oh, okay, well, I guess he has to see if we can do AoE as well. Isn't in the script? Yeah, of course not. So, do I just like fight one by one? I think this would be pretty easy though. Oh, I have a. Do I have a gap closer or no? This is oh, this is a sync duty. Never mind. Never mind. We gotta run. Okay. Never mind. Alright, where is he? Bloody hopeless, the lot of you. Maybe they're meant to be squishy. Let's see how your puny sword faces with an axe or two. By the way, can you hear the in-game sound? I did turn it on, but it might be a little more quiet than usual. I was trying not to rip your ears. But sometimes when I stream, I don't hear the game well enough, but it's too loud on your end. I don't even know, I don't really know how that happens. Like, Samurai just feels very simple, although I don't think I'm the right person to judge Samurai for what it is. Because I haven't leveled it to max. I'm like, what, 70 something on Samurai, so I definitely haven't seen all of it. So I think I'll only be able to realistically judge it after I've hit 90, which should be in a few days, if I commit to it. Which I'm going to, because I'm tired of the DPS queues, mostly. But to me, it just seems more on the simple side. Um, it's not as complicated. Actually, I had a friend who started playing Samurai first, like as soon as they could reach Samurai, and they said that it was for some reason really difficult, but I don't think they understood it. Because there's really nothing to it. Samurai just has like a very, very simple hard part comes when you try to optimize the damage in a fight. Yeah, especially with the positionals. I think that like if there's anything that's difficult about it, it's having to adapt to the boss fights. You're done? Then allow me. Alright, let's see what happens. Oh wow. Not even worth drawing my blade. That's ridiculous. The winner is the challenger. What fearsome fighters these samurai. Let's give her a rousing applause. That was easy. Now I do need to unlock the entire job because there are like spells in these job quests that I haven't even unlocked. Forgive me, I know it was wrong to force that fight upon you, and yet I do not regret having done so, for it has reaffirmed beyond any doubt the promise I had glimpsed in you. Long did I search in my native land for a pupil, but I found none fit to be a vessel for my knowledge. The problem, I concluded, lay in my people's way of thinking, the zeal with which they uphold tradition to the detriment of all else. So it was that I set forth for a new land, this Heir's Ear. Heir's Ear? Am I reading that right? I am. I placed myself in the midst of your most able swordsmen, offering myself up as a spectacle in hopes of finding a worthy soul. And find her I did, in you. Now, I realize how all this may appear. To you, I could be but a strange old fool spouting nonsense, but I'm well past caring about appearances. I speak with all earnesty when I say there is none other into whom I would pour my knowledge. And so I ask you, will you consent to be my pupil? What if we say no? What happens? This is a hard reason I don't play melee DPS in this game. You know what? I can totally understand that and agree with it. Like, I level my melees, but I don't go further than that. I'm leveling Monk, and I already know I'm not gonna play it. I like Samurai, but the fact that there are positionals just kind of make me feel like I don't want to do that. Same thing with Reaper. Like, Reaper is the one job where I was actually doing my positionals and having fun, but it's just one other layer of thinking that I don't want to be doing. So I think there's still too much tank in me at this point because I'm very much used to just standing in front of the boss, and well, I mean, I don't like healing. That's a fact, and I know that healers obviously are not where the tanks are, but like if I can stand there and play my melee, it just feels so bad. I don't think well, yeah, definitely. Well, for some jobs like samurai, like monk or whatever, I think they do require positionals because otherwise they would be too easy. I like having other responsibilities. Like, I mean, tanking obviously has their own things that you need to learn and stuff. It just comes down to the fact which things you like doing in a fight and which things you like learning and or committing to, and which don't. So there's that. And all right, let's do this. So yeah, definitely. Like, I mean, DPS shouldn't come down to just pushing buttons and just mushrooming the boss, which is like well, at least the World of Warcraft slang for just standing in one place like a mushroom and just hitting the boss. So I get that. I get why they need to exist. But as someone who doesn't main DPS, I don't have any appetite for positionals whatsoever. The problem with not playing them is that they have sick glams. And if you don't want to play I don't know, like monks, it's like some of the monk exclusive gear is so beautiful. Some of the Reaper exclusive gear is so beautiful. The scythes are gorgeous. And I feel like if you're choosing to not play them and you like glam, you're really missing out. So that's my one reason to level them, so that I can walk around and be able to wear gear of any level. But I'm never gonna play them. So, mages are an example. They need to manage their placements and time commitments during the casting. Okay, yeah, obviously, black mage. I don't know if black mage players think it is necessary for their job to have that kind of positional thing going on, but I think everyone's so used to it that it's become just a job identity that no one would really want to give up on in the first place. I like to play all roles roughly because I understand the struggles of the other players in the team. Which is honestly a similar reason to why I decided to level all of them. First of all, I want to know what the hell you guys are talking about. Like when you come into my chat, I just really like understanding what job you're talking about, like their abilities and such. Like when I started playing the game, when you would have like discussions on, I don't know, rogue or, you know, samurai or whatever it is, like I would just sit there unable to talk to my chat, and I just want to be able to participate in these conversations. But learning what others can do definitely helps, especially in PvP if that's something you main. But I find it super helpful. Hi, Lynn, welcome back. How are you doing? Also, Ninawa, welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. If it helps, you can always just think of positions as a little extra bonus damage. If you're doing endgame raiding, then yes, it's important, but for casual stuff, it's not a big deal. Yeah, I don't do like any super serious raiding. Like I don't know. I mean, I did do some savages this tier, but I haven't really fully committed myself to it because I'm mostly obsessed with other content. But I don't do ultimates or anything like that, so I don't worry too much about it. And when it comes to high-end content, I mostly like going into it as a tank. Uh, that's just something that I feel comfortable with, that I like to learn. And DPS, even though it sounds simple, or you just go there and you DPS, they have mechanics of their own that you need to also perform while maintaining high enough damage, which is a challenge on its own. So I prefer sticking to my pally, and that's that. That's the job I gear. That's the job that I learn the strats for when I go into Savage, and I just overall feel okay with that. Black mages often wish to cast faster because they sometimes get killed, so I never destroy the fantasy this job was built on. I guess I am yet to actually do the whole like black mage lore because I haven't leveled it yet. But I'm just interested in hearing like how they explained like the entire lore thing, because okay, the little that I know is that they have to stand in their pentagon thing. But do I know why? No, I do not, and I wanna get to through the lore so that I can understand. Similarly to samurai, like I wish I knew more about lore of samurai that isn't just IRL, but I don't. So some people just skip over these quests, but I find them just so interesting. So I think they're gonna be a lot of fun today. Words cannot express my joy. From this moment on, we are master and student. Now then, I would know your name, but why are you called? Do you know how weird this is for me to do today? Like this morning, I was doing my white mage job quest, and I was there like attuning with nature and learning about the wind and water and such. And now I'm like, oh, here's my katana. Let's go. I'm here from tank mains. DPS do nothing because besides damage, they don't contribute to the fight. DPS is all you have. If you only have tanks in not all you have, but it is the most important thing that you have, because if you only have tanks and healers in a fight, you're never gonna finish the fight. So DPS is kind of the reason why you're there. And no, don't worry about it. I definitely don't think it's a rant. Everyone's is important. I don't see how one job or one type of a job is more important than the other. People just, I don't know, it's just like teachers in high school or uni or whatever. Every teacher thinks their subject is the most important and they give you the most homework. And Final Fantasy players are no different. Like, you main something and you're like, no, my job and my spec is the most important one, and you know, nothing else. But that's not the case. In school, you could argue that nothing is important. In Final Fantasy, you can say that everything is important. Now then, I know your name. What are you called? V, 'tis a fine name. Without further ado, V, we shall commence your training. Join me at the nearby tavern. Oh, that's where we start the training. Awesome. The Slick Hand. Sometimes read in the forums and other sources, find it so strange that different party members disregard the part that others do besides them. Um, Honestly, sometimes I'm just grateful I don't have the kind of time to go and scroll through forums, because every time I see like a screenshot of some dumbass discussion that someone's posting on Twitter or whatever, where someone thinks they're making a really smart point, I'm just very happy that I don't find the time of the day to even go and read anything like that. Like, someone would say that as a content creator I should, but I think that it comes down to choosing the quality sources, and forums are often not the best source of these, with the exception of Reddit, because Reddit obviously has some standards to uphold to, and spreading misinformation on a Final Fantasy XIV Reddit is definitely not something that's just gonna fly by, because you have people who are there every single day, who just live to correct other people's mistakes. I shall begin at the very beginning. In the distant past, Hingashi underwent a period of strife, during which numerous opposing factions vied, what? I don't know this word. For supremacy, the Age of Blood. In this age, full many took to battle with katana in hand, and in the crucible of war, our art was forged, the way of the samurai. Eventually, the realm was unified under one banner, and peace reigned once more. The people set aside their katana, save for we samurai, who continue to wield it as a symbol of authority. And with that authority comes a grave responsibility: protecting the peace. To ensure that the Age of Blood is never repeated, we samurai seek out the wicked and bring them to account. In so doing, we ward off chaos and preserve order in the realm. Such is our calling. Hingashi, or Heir's Ear, that's so weird to say, it matters not where we are. This calling guides us always. To that end, we shall journey the land, you and I, on a quest to right wrongs. As one who has grasped the foundations of our art, it is your surest path to mastery. Awesome. Our efforts begin in this very city. I shall cast about for evil that has taken root here, and we may proceed to excise it. Excise it? Yeah, okay. I'm sometimes very self-conscious about my reading, because there's a lot of words that I don't know, so... Well now, that certainly got exciting quick, but with some even quicker thinking, I managed to set up a wager and turn a tidy profit. Mama Zigo, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thanks to you, I have found my pupil at long last. I pray that you will live comfortably with your winnings. Actually, I had a mind to join you. Wherever you go, I sense that coin will follow. And besides, it seems you're planning to root out evil in our fair city. My god, this Lalafell is so cute. If so, you do well to have me along. With my connections, I can procure the information you'd like to need. You're like to need. Then there's a small matter of your complete and utter lack of knowledge of Eorzea. There's that indeed. Had fate not seen fit to unite us, I never would have found my way here from Fester Bay. And I would be standing here breathing. If anyone owes anything, it's me. You saved me from those, oh, I remember now, from those cutthroat bandits when I tried recruiting them for the Colosseum. Terribly reckless in hindsight. As for you, my friend, to be marked out by old Musasai himself, you must be made of uncommon stuff indeed. Not to put the pressure on, but I have highest hopes for you. Yeah, no pressure at all, right? And here we are then. I shall undertake my search with Momozigo's help. Until such time as there are developments, pray continue honing your newfound skills. Beautiful. Same applies to MMOs also. Every MMO forum has players saying that their MMO sucks and others are great. The exception is FF14. See, that's something that I don't understand, because if you think that your MMO sucks, why do you play your MMO? Like, I understand as someone who switched from WoW to Final Fantasy just how hard it is to make that decision to switch your MMO and just leave all your belongings somewhere else. It's hard, but if you're gonna spend your time just complaining about your game the whole time instead of actually playing your game, then it doesn't really make sense, does it? I sometimes found it strange that some MMO players think that their game is the best, and every criticism is direct attack on them. Oh, I guess that's just like going in another direction where people will be. I guess this is more similar to what happens in Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy is by no means perfect, and when I started playing, I think a lot of people were trying to make the game seem more perfect, far more perfect than it really is, and it was enough to get a lot of people playing. Eventually I discovered that the game it really is that good, but there are still some issues that I personally have today after a year of playing, that I would change, but I'm patient because I think they've heard those things from the community also, and I think as soon as there are reasonable options for these things to change, that they will do that. I don't like is when someone tries to preach to others as if their opinion is the only one that's allowed to exist. Yeah, well, that's why there's internet. You know, it's like entering a room, yelling something to everyone, and closing the door behind you, and not really caring what another person has to say. Like most of these ranters on forums, they will treat their forum like that. Yes, they kind of want to participate in discussion, but also they just want their voice to be heard. And it's I don't know, like forums are more therapeutic than anything else. Like people go there to make themselves feel better, in my opinion, and not to actually help the game become better. Something akin to feeling bad for your country. Wish it was good, but you're not going to migrate to another one. Maybe not. Like I was in a position where, as a teenager, I thought my country really sucked. So I decided to explore other options, and I went to the States when I was 15. I came back like a year or so later, and I realized that some things about states, for me at least, will never really feel like home. And at first, I thought, well, people, at least around here, were telling me I made a giant mistake, that I should have stayed, that I should have, tried and, gotten myself into uni there or whatever. But I had some really bad experiences in the States that I've never gotten to experience in my home country. And I realized that there's not a lot that is helping me maintain this picture of like the American dream that people keep talking about. So I just came back home, and that's honestly something that I didn't know if I should touch on today. I just I do kind of want to discuss it because I think it's important, and as a female, of course, it's important for me. With all the news about everything that happened in the States, and with the abortion law, I'm just I don't know, like I feel so bad because for years since I first saw the Handmaid's Tale, the show, I thought that like I thought that might happen, and of course I didn't have any sort of proof or reasonable cause to be saying these things. I would say them in the privacy of my home, but I'd be like, hey, America might be on their way to still get here. And now we're sitting here, and they knowing all of this, seeing the show that is literally a warning shot, they're on their way to become Gilead. Like, what the hell, Like, I just, as a female, I'm just so grateful for that day when I decided that returning home was indeed the best thing to do. I'm not saying the bad things can't happen anywhere in the world. I'm not saying my country is perfect or whatever, but I'm just happy that I get to decide, about, like, what happens in my uterus. It just feels good, Um, uh, 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 uh FF14 forums, they argue about other games, but that is a rare occurrence. Some also give suggestions of other games they wish to have in FF, which I think is decent because the dev team, I think, has been pretty good about like picking these actual useful things that could be applicable to FF14 and applying them in a very respectful way, so that it isn't like stealing, but at the same time it does make the game better. Uh, yes, the glam system is what I complain about the most, like the glam dresser. Honestly, I had to sell all my crafting mats so that I would make enough room in my retainers so that I could store my extra glam pieces there that I don't necessarily want to wear right now. And it just feels so bad to be having to do this. So I'm hoping that at some point they will change it. What worries me is that they said that they did try to implement something like a transmog system in WoW, but it hasn't worked out. So I'm hoping that it's not due some insurmountable technical difficulties that they just don't know how to solve. I'm hoping that they will find a way to fix the damn glam dresser because I'm getting really desperate. FF14 community is like an airport, less freedom but full safety. Other MMOs offer more freedom but are less safe. Yes, that is true. And I don't even think that we have less freedom in a very oppressive way. It's still a game. You still get to do content. You still get to interact with other people. You just don't get to be a shitface. And that's it. And I think that's fine. It's not like you, I don't know, you're gonna lose your life over being a jerk or whatever. You just can't be a jerk. Otherwise, you won't play the game. Like, the punishment is just not enjoying the fun content that you could be enjoying. So, technically, the people who claim that this is like some sort of oppression that we have, it is just a game. Like, you're not even supposed to be a jerk, anyways. Yeah, I know. I don't understand the glam dresser either. I get that. I understand. I understand what the problems would be. I just wish the items themselves weren't like something that they collect the information from. I just wish the item would just give you the information like as a picture or like an appearance or whatever, so that you don't have to store it, so that it's just there like an outfit. I'm not IT, so I don't know how that would work, but I just wish it wasn't connected to the physical item that you have to own in that particular slot. I don't know how that works. Uh, Musosai is scanning the area in anticipation of your arrival. Oh, that's such a pretty picture. It is good to see you again and stronger for your tireless training. Now then, within the sand-blasted walls of this city, we have identified an evil that once were excising, an unscrupulous moneylender who preys upon the poor. This I learned by plying a certain businessman with coin. Apparently, the crook in question has been doing his rounds at Stone's Throw. He charges exorbitant rates on the meagerest sums, and those unable to return it in full are forced into slavery. Oh god. This is no man, but a leech that feeds off the least fortunate among us. Such evil cannot be suffered. Let us head to the shanty town, storms blow, and speak with the denizens. I've never learned how to read that word. Mm, I I get that. I also have that same storage problem, but I feel like I would be using those items more often if I knew I had the liberty of doing so. Now I just don't use these items because I don't have them available. I go through my glam dresser every other day and I try to pick an item for myself. And I actually made the effort to destroy and throw out all of the items that I don't like so that I could put in new ones. And I spend a lot of time in my glam dresser, and I would like to every day just have the choice to wear whatever I want and not have to get rid of something permanently that I farmed or that I used to like before and I don't know if I'll like it again, just so that it would fit into the glam dresser. That's kind of my whole problem with it. I was stupid enough to get a loan, and now I'm working it off till thou knows when, and I'm one of the luckier ones. My heart goes out to the lass yonder who is about to be sold, oh wow, on account of the medicine she bought her sick father. Jesus, where is she? Wow. We have to stop this. Ah, something is biting me. Ouch. That moneylender bastard, he's a swindler is what he is. Pretends he's your best friend and acting like he cares, but when you can't cough up the coin, he shows his true colors. Wow. So everyone knows him and everyone hates him, but no one can do anything about it. Sure, I can tell you about the moneylender. Was played for a fool myself, and I've got only myself to blame. Fool me once, shame on me. That's just how it works here. Well, I mean, I do understand the concept of a shark loan, but still, it just bothers me so much. Um, It seems I was too kind earlier. This man is no leech. He is the stain that night's soil leaves behind. Let us seek out this downtrodden damsel, who sought only to do right by her father. I shall find Mozigo and join you presently. Wait, she's about. Oh, that's the girl who's about to be sold, right? Oh god. And she had to leave her dad alone too. Oh Jesus, she's a young girl as well. I know. And when I started playing the game, um, honestly, I had this massive misconception that it's 400 items per slot and not overall. So I was just storing everything and anything in my glam dresser, hoping that I will just have enough room. But then I realized over time that it was filling up no matter which item slot it was. So when I realized that I only have 400 for everything, it was just so bad. I never actually got to learn item management in that sort of sense. I do want to go through my crafting log and craft like the cool items to sell on the market board and make for myself. But even if I was to make it for myself, where would I even put it? You know, like the whole idea of inventory is just really bothering me because of that. Hi, you heard right. Dad needed medicine badly, so I borrowed a handful of coins. Before we knew it, a handful became a chestful. Now I'm having to work to pay it back. I wonder what the work is. But the interest grows faster than I can work, and the moneylender is threatening to sell me off to a client. If that happens, no one will be left to look after that. I just don't know what to do no more. Holy shit. Her own happiness is on the line, but she still worries for her father. Oh, this moneylender has it coming for him. Who's this? Mr. Philip! Don't sell me, please! I'll work harder, I swear. Just don't take me away. My dad, he needs looking after. Is that supposed to move me? If anything, you should be thankful. I'm offering you a chance to earn money without any effort. You need only lie on your back. Oh my god. Now come quietly. Do you know what? I honestly like wanted to hope that this is not what they were talking about. But in these games, it's like not just these games. Like in FF, I guess it's always the most cruel thing, isn't it? Like you just hope that that's not what they're talking about. But it's like, oh, definitely disgusting and creepy. Hold it right there, villain. If you try to take the girl away, you'll have to answer to these samurai here. Ah, we're ready. I know not who you are, but this is a legitimate business transaction, and certainly none of your concern. However, if you insist on threatening my person, I'll not hesitate to summon the brass blades. Pray forgive us our indiscretion, my lord. As you say, it is none of our concern. We put up your katana. What? What? No! We can't just let her go! What do you mean? That's so stupid. What are you doing, Mr. Sire? Or should I say not doing? I thought the idea was to punish evil. Now was not the time to draw steel. Doing so would have only worsened the situation. We must be patient and await the right moment. Okay, so we're not giving up on her. I get it. We're samurai. We need to be sneaky and whatnot. Alright. Besides, I suspect there is more to the operation than this Philip alone. If we give him a line, he surely will lead us to his accomplices. Let us follow him. Yeah, like, I honestly haven't found the time to do the side quests in Ul'dah, but I really want to. And one of my next projects, like for side stuff, is doing the Endwalker side quest first. I know it's not a small goal to have, but my Dark Knight and my Gunbreaker are getting to 80 soon, and I figured I'm just going to have them at 80 so that I don't waste that whole experience going through these side quests, because I kind of want to do it while leveling or when I'm not doing that. I've also been going through my hunting log, and that's been going pretty well. And honestly, I decided to actually go through with it because I don't know if you know, like if you've done your hunting logs, but when you finish it, you get these cute rings that have like an emblem of like the class that you're leveling. This one is for archer and for pugilist. They're so cute. And honestly, I never glam my rings, never ever. But these ones just might make me change my mind because they are so adorable and I want to collect them all. So I started doing, yes, I'm attack my mood warrior at one. I know. But there's a reason why I'm saving Marauder, why I haven't started yet, is because I have my Lancer and my Rogue and another two DPS that I'm gonna be dragging through queues. And if I have to sit all day waiting for these queues to pop, I will lose my mind. So what I always try to do is have a healer or a tank in a group of them that I'm leveling so that I don't have to queue for everything under the sun with my DPS. Yeah, I actually haven't gotten around to store these into my dresser, but I know about that one. Those are going to the armor dresser because they're achievement awards, right? Yeah, yeah, I know that. I know that. I just haven't paid my armory chest a visit yet. It appears, oh, I have, but I haven't done it. It appears our man is meeting someone. Ah, speak of the devil. I'm actually so excited about the ring glands. I finally have something that I actually want to use. I know it's cringe, like being a pally and having that gladiator thing on your ring, but I can either not wear rings because they suck, or I can wear something like that, and they're discreet, but at the same time you have it, so it just kind of makes you feel better. Yeah, definitely a waste of space for the glam box. And I don't store my rings there. The only ring that I have is the like the Emperor's New Ring thing that makes it invisible. That's it. Um, Even with a rag, it's just plain she's a beauty. Yes, I trust she will serve to stay in your good graces. She's just a child. Oh, you've outdone yourself this time. Yes, she will serve very well indeed. You may continue to conduct your business freely. Like, if I was this girl, honestly, I would be losing my shit right about now. She's being used to bribe a brass blade and a commanding officer at that. Oh, damn that scoundrel. I played a red pally, but I didn't really like paladin in WoW. In WoW, I was a feral druid main, and later I started playing warlock because I couldn't get a spot in my guild in Shadowlands because feral druids sucked. And then I switched to warlock, and I was the worst warlock ever and I felt so bad about it. And I'm pretty sure that I would be doing more damage with my feral druid than with I think it was affliction warlock that I was maining at the time. So it was a very bad decision on my guild leader's account. But it is what it is. Now we know why this villain was able to operate in plain sight, unmolested by the law. The time has come to draw steel. Finally, we've had it. I started in WoW as a warlock. Looks like the summoner. I think we all can guess what my main in Final Fantasy XIV is. Oh yeah, definitely. Honestly, I thought that summoner would be like warlock, but so many people are just telling me that that's not the case. I am enjoying. Like I have enjoyed warlock, but not the one that people would normally connect to summoner, which would be the demonology warlock, which is the one that summons like a ton of pets. I was playing a destruction warlock, which relied more on like firepower and stuff. Like that was more my thing. But they were all kind of fun to play. It's just that I was really bad at it. Christopher, welcome back. How are you doing? I hope you're having a wonderful weekend. A friend of mine forced me to try WoW Earth because I knew much of it. Do you know how hard it is to actually try World of Warcraft? It's like the only free thing that you have is like going from level 1 to 20 and that is just not enough for you to experience the game. I'm not saying the game gets any better, but the beginning of it is just really bad because you don't even get to mount from like 1 to 20. You just have to walk around everywhere, and walking in World of Warcraft is just such a daunting thing. Oh, I miss Chaos Ball too. I know, fellow Warlocks. I do miss it. That's like the one thing from my Warlock days that I do miss. But I miss my bleeds more on my Feral Druid. Thank you so much. Well, kind of glad we saved her. what is kind of sad about WoW is that they just build this vast universe, continents, places to go, quests to do, and everything is just empty. Like, you could be spending your time in World of Warcraft and never see a living soul because of just how much space there is and how many quests there are that you can choose to do. But you don't, like, there's no purpose in like going and doing all of these quests on your main. Like, if you want to do them and gain anything out of it, it's probably best to just make an alt, because of, I don't know, because there's no scaling. And when you go with your main, you just end up just one hitting everything around you, and it just doesn't feel very roleplayish. You feel like you're just going and reading those dialogues that aren't really exciting, to be honest. It's just like there's no combat, there's no nothing. You're just going around and basically you're AoEing everything, and it's boring. So you, if you want to experience the story like the real way, to actually have combat and whatnot, then you have to level alts. But then after you've leveled alts, you're like, but I invested all this time into my alts, I should probably play them. But then you realize how much of a grind it is to even keep up with the one character grind, and that's how you end up having like 10 alts that you're trying to push into endgame content and failing at all 10 of them because there's just not enough time, and it just sucks. Well, Summoner, FF used to play similar to Warlock from WoW, but now they ripped so much of the job to make Summoner a real Summoner from FF that I could scream. I see. Uh, Now the older players stuck to job feel as they were abandoned because of the changes. I can understand that, because there's got to be people who used to enjoy the old summoner. I, unfortunately, I never got to play it until it got changed, and I wish I did, because then I could actually resonate with this and have these conversations. And I did have time. It's just that it never occurred to me that that would happen, and by the time the changes happened, it was just too late for my summoner. I still haven't played it. So the only summoner that I'll be experiencing, unfortunately, is the new one. Also, FF14 takes some racial stuff from WoW. Never proud to be a hero. It's a different feeling when I'm a night elf. Yeah, same. I mean, but like, even races in WoW, there's like always a reason for you to select a race. I I think I was a mecha gnome in Shadowlands, because she had some sort of a buff for the magical abilities that would stack and whatnot, which wasn't very impactful. But nothing else made sense for my warlock because I was playing Alliance and that was the only good option. So humans are pretty much only good if you want to grind the reputations, because you have a 10% rep bonus. I think it's 10%. Um, so there's always a purpose behind you choosing a race, and if you want to just be playing whatever you want to play and be suboptimal, you're more than welcome to do that, but people will just not play with you. When you ask about a dot mage, F14 horrors will be filled with not this junk again. Jesus. As if the player that stuck to his job for nearly 8 years were not welcome because of the change, because the change shows their job fantasies is not welcome here. I see. Yeah, it's creates a discrepancy between the community, and overall, I think if there were that many people who actually enjoyed the old summoner, maybe they should have just come up with a new job that would have not been this summoner, but would have been something a little different, but would still play completely different. Because from what you're saying, the jobs feel completely different, and maybe they should have just kept things as they are. Because, like you said, it is in some way betrayal of players. You did well, but remember, a katana is not to be drawn blindly. Within its sheath, you must let it rest, steeping in power until the time is ripe to strike. Such is the way of samurai. Hmm? I love how you call it dot mage. What have you done, Momozigo? Mususai, wait! He's my friend and he's here to help. Hmm? He's not the enemy? Oh, not at all, good sir. Long story short, we've been trying to find decisive evidence linking the moneylender Philip to one of our officers, and thanks to your timely intervention, we've done just that. His involvement in this racket is a stain upon our honor, which is admittedly far from squeaky clean. But know that there are many honest brass blades still, good men and women who strive to serve the public trust. If you hadn't appeared, gods know where I might have ended up. I don't know how to thank you. Think nothing of it. The work is its own reward. Now hurry back to your dad and put his mind at ease. Oh my god, that father would have just been devastated. Yeah, I just wish people in WoW were free to choose the character that they want to resonate with, that they could create, you know, just like some sort of lore, a backstory for their characters, and just enjoy that, rather than having to choose some sort of racial stupid thing that they don't want to play just because no one else will play with them. Otherwise, it's such a daunting thing. I've experienced it and I hated it. Pray allow me to thank you also. With your help, we succeeded in catching slippery crooks who had long eluded us. Rest assured, we shall see to the rest. By your leave. So I was watching Asmongold's stream, the first Stormblood stream one. I laughed so hard when he said that like the way Xenos was carrying his swords, that it looked like he had like different golf clubs. He was going golfing. That's exactly what it looks like. Jesus. For a moment, I thought you had given us up to the enemy. Next time I would thank you to share your plans. Have a little faith, will you? Thanks to my spontaneity, we managed to wrap this up in a neat little package. Poofaloopa, he and I go back a long way. Fellows as honest as they come. I do not doubt it. Now then, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the realm. Let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. Am I gonna get any spells? I haven't been getting anything. I don't even know if I'm missing anything. Do you get spells through this quest, or is this just lore? And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the sea. Momozigo, pray take the lead. Right, this way, friends. We're going to Limza Liminza. Oh yeah, you guys are totally free to discuss this in Discord. If you're not in our Discord, you should be. This story is actually pretty decent. Yeah, I say okay. My bad. When I say spells, I mean actions, not castable spells. So sorry, it's my bad. But I will say spells pretty much always and most of the time. So so bear with me. But you're right. I will accept this feedback. Oh god. It's the WoW slang. There's no job actions there. Everything is just spells. Such a vibrant port city, brimming with people of all races and creeds. Mayhap one day Hingashi too will learn to open its arms to the world. Now then, as before, Momozigo and I shall seek out evil and injustice in this place. Pray use the time to further hone your skills in our art, that you might stand ready to contend with whatever villainy should manifest. I wonder who the big bad is going to be in this. Nah, don't worry. I accept it, even if it was feedback. Weird Society is looking for you among the drowning wench crowd. Cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast my blades. They do look magical when they do stuff. The Katana has come to sit well at your hip. Thank you. Displaying your experience. Excising evil has matured you as a samurai. I've had an eventful time in this Salt Kiss. Oh, Salt Kiss. That's such a beautiful way to describe a city at the coast. Wow. In the course of seeking evil, I came under the suspicion of the local peacekeepers, the Mellow Packets. A serial killer has been terrorizing these parts, it would seem, whose weapon of choice is an uncommonly sharp blade, one not unlike ours, and so I found myself confronted and questioned. Thanks to Momozigo's testimony, however, the pall of suspicion was quickly lifted. Not only that, but we were even permitted to examine the victim's wounds. There can be no doubt, they were inflicted by a katana. The killer may well be a samurai, yet a true samurai does not take life without just cause. Murder is heinous in its own right. Committing it with our noble weapon compounds the crime. Such evil cannot be suffered. I like how my minion just sometimes just like enters the screen. It's like he likes to photobomb a lot. So there you have it. We're going after a serial killer. I must say I'm morbidly excited. Right, let's begin by talking to people in Hawker's Alley. Oh, this is getting good. I remember Samurai Job Quest, which was pretty hard to do for me. Not sure if you have done it yet. I don't think so, because nothing was, nothing hard has happened yet. I'm only at level 54. But I'm okay with that. I'm taking a little bit of time with the story, but I'm having fun. Made some summoner quests with items from level 5 levels below at best, but I was too stubborn to quit. I see. I actually I mean, I've been leveling decently, and my gear is mostly the level 70 gear that I bought for the poetics. So I think gear-wise I should be okay. Why is everything empty? Is this a duty, or am I just like phased out? What the hell? Where is everyone? Oh my god. Okay. I was like, this is not the limbs I know. Oh, that was so weird. Holy shit, I was like, what? Am I playing World of Warcraft now? There's no one around? What? Ooh, okay, people are back. Not to worry. The serial killings. Oh, don't get me started. All of us here have been on edge. One of the victims was a regular of mine, Navigator rest his soul, and I pray that the culprit is called soon. Yeah, because otherwise you'll be losing a ton of money. If you start losing customers to killers, then suddenly you're out of job. In the end, you finished the level 70 job quest from Stormblood, and you only had like the basic gear, which would be like level 50. Killer makes Kraid dead, makes Kyo-Kurun afraid. Afraidfully afraid. Kyo-Kurun shake. Shaky wake all night. Brrr. He's adorable. He's so adorable. Oh guys, are you excited for FF7 tonight? We're gonna continue. The recent murders grew some business that, and it seems no one is safe neither. Why, even a traveler got himself sliced up, the unlucky sod. What sort of sick bastard would do a thing like that? Best level 65 gear. Oh, I see. That's pretty bad. I'm very excited for tonight. A page? Sorry. That's my neighbors. I didn't know they had a dog. A patron, a traveler, and a quick earn. The victims do not seem to have anything in common. However, the circumstances of their deaths are strikingly similar. They all vanished past along the landing. It's completely random then. What a frightening thought. But now that we know this, what can we do next? We set a trap, lure the killer out by walking around the area in question in the black of night. When he emerges from the shadows, we apprehend him. Ah, solid plan. So who is the lucky one who gets to be the bait? I'm going to guess that that's us. Wait, what? Why me? Oh. Thank God, it's not us. Though the victims have naught in common, it must be noted that none of them were armed. In other words, the killer preyed on the defenseless. With our katana at our hips, we and I shan't make enticing bait. Conversely, were we to forego our weapons, we would be ill-equipped to subdue the villain, and so it falls to you. He's like, I wish I was a samurai. Take heart, my friend. Both of us shall be close on hand, ready to pounce ere you may come to harm. Now then, let us go to the docks. So the guy is just supposed to feel okay with walking around with no weapons whatsoever, knowing that the murderer has a katana and relying on us to stop him in time? Well, that's it. For sure. It is a boy, isn't it? Musasai. Or Momozigo, sorry. Okay. Is there... I think there was a... Okay, we need to go to the Fisherman's Guild. It's like the quest thing is completely covering it. Yeah, maybe we should have glammed our katana. Put the invisible, what's it called? The Emperor's invisible weapon or whatever on it. It is time. Let us set the trap. They said it in the dead of the night, and it's still daytime. So are they gonna purposefully change into nighttime? Of course they are. This is Final Fantasy. Oh wow. They care about role players. Oh, it's a little Lalafell. Hi, it's him. But he's running away? What? That blade. By the Kami Momozigo, that scream was loud enough to wake the dead. Small wonder the villain fled with such haste. It wasn't intentional. What's done is done. Besides, our mission was not entirely without fruit. The killer's blade, it is known to me. Some while ago, a wealthy merchant of this land came to Kugane, a port of Hingashi. The man had a fetish for blades, and proceeded to buy up the finest he could find. I chanced to inspect the wares at one of the many swordsmiths this merchant visited, and noted a unique katana marked for delivery to his ship, the self-same katana the killer wields. Furthermore, according to the shopkeeper, the merchant was a laughable. A wealthy laughable merchant, you say? Well, in this area, there's Gaguruju, whom I once entertained with a dance troupe. But for all his vices, he didn't strike me as a serial killer part. Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that's him. Be that as it may, this is our sole lead for now. Where do we find this man? At his resort in Costa del Sol, most like, but I'm doubtful he's the one we're after. I hope not. That would explain a lot of things, though, but I hope that's not the case. So, this morning, I woke up at 6:45. It's a Saturday, do mind. I should have been asleep because I went to bed at like 2 in the morning. So I woke up to an alarm clock that wasn't mine. But after that, I couldn't fall asleep anymore, and I thought I was gonna, like, I don't know, do my roulettes or do some stuff around the house and then take a nap. So I still had time for like a nap before the stream, but like I laid down and I couldn't fall asleep at all. So I'm just like now I'm just in a state where I'm like tired enough, but at the same time not tired enough because I keep having coffee. Maybe that was my problem. Maybe I shouldn't have had coffee in the morning. Who dares disturb my slumber? Oh, if it isn't their resourceful and supremely forgiving adventurer. I see you brought company today, and of the far eastern persuasion besides. How very exotic. But come, what is it you wish of me? I just feel sorry for these girls. Like they have to stand there like day and night. They don't look happy at all. Oh shit. I clicked. Truly now, yours truly a suspect is in the serial killings. But of course it is a mistake. No mistake about it. However, I do have an inkling as to who the culprit might be. Enjoy your dinner! Thanks for dropping by. Gurumi Borlumi. He is your man. He made his fortune in trade and indulges in extreme excesses, which coming from me is saying something. But most relevant to your investigation is the fact that he is obsessed with all things Far Eastern and owns an extensive collection of katana. Have we ever faced him or interacted with him at all? I don't remember this name, but I do sometimes have a habit of not remembering names. I guess we'll see, because we only saw him like in his little suit. Why, just the other day at a social gathering, he was bragging on about one such weapon as though it was his firstborn. When he said that he wanted to feel what it's like to cut a man down, we all had a good chuckle, assuming he was speaking in jest. The man did always strike me as touched, but to think that he would actually go and do the deed. He was the rich Lalafell we met before the fight of Titan. I don't think I remembered that, but hopefully something will click once we see him again. Maybe we see his face. I will remember the face, but I don't remember him by name. To kill is simply to satisfy his own twisted urges. This is no man but a fiend in a man's skin. To be honest, like, I know this might be racist, but like, I'm just having a hard time imagining a Lalafell going around being a serial killer. It just doesn't seem likely. Oh, I know the dancer job quest. Okay, that one I remember. That one I know. Okay, okay, that rings a bell. Thank you. I never connected those two. I didn't know it was the same person. Master, we were wrong to suspect you and humbly beg your forgiveness. Will you tell us where to find this depraved creature? On his ship, where he lives. It's at anchor nearby for now, but I should warn you that he recently mentioned wanting a change of scenery. Ah, a ship! It's going to be tough to sneak aboard, but if we miss this chance, who knows when there will be another. Oh, thank you, your lucky stars, for it just so happens I've received an invitation from Gurumi Borlumi to attend a banquet aboard his, and I quote, vessel of myriad pleasures. Oh my god. You may have it, a small token of my remorse to you, my dear adventurer. Show it to the man's retainer at the pier, and you will be shown to his ship. And you, showmaster, I will lend you my garb. Disguised as yours truly, no one shall raise an eyebrow were you to have bodyguards in your company. And with that, I bid you success. Gurumi Borlumi is a troublesome business rival, and I shan't shed a tear at his demise. Even though he, like, invites him to parties and such. Feels bad. A long quest in Realm Reborn where you try to find the Cheezer one. Oh my god, I remember that one. I do remember that. We are grateful. Without further ado then, let us assume our roles and head to the pier. Why do I have a terrible feeling about this? See, I haven't even done those side quests. I should. There's so much to do though. And now on top of everything, I also started playing other games. But playing other games honestly makes me feel so much more excited to come back to Final Fantasy and do stuff there as well. It's crazy. Master Gagaruju and company, you do us great honor. The invitation, if I may? Oh, never mind. All appears in order. Thank you kindly. If you would care to step aboard, we shall cast off presently. Let's go. Oh, that's pretty. I love taking screenshots here. Like all of the, well, not all of them, but most of the job quests have really pretty scenery. This is so creepy though. Like, I get, like, geishas are part of, you know, the culture and everything, and they're somewhat presented throughout the game, but still, it's always unnerving to see it. Your dedication to your passion is beyond impressive, my lord. With that, we all had your fine taste. Come now, we've scarcely scratched the surface. Save some wonderment for my prized katana. I can't not take that the wrong way. Ah, Master Gagaruju, always a pleasure. I say, are those samurai I see beside you? A commendable first effort, my lord, but they pale in comparison to my katana collection. You would flaunt the blades you used to cut down innocents? Twisted fiend, your reign of terror ends here. He's like, you're telling me? You're not Gagaruju, are you? And yet I would swear we've met. Damn right we've met. I'm the would-be prey who screamed his lungs out. Ah, yes, from the other night. Huh. You see, it is well and good to admire a blade upon a stand, but its true place is in one's hand. This I discovered to my sheerest ecstasy. The law is too good for the likes of you. You shall face the self-same end you visited upon innocence. It's the samurai way, isn't it? I honestly am not surprised that it's mostly cat ladies. Mostly because of the thing from the Realm Reborn. Obviously, I haven't been around. Actually, it wasn't the Realm Reborn. It was the pre-Realm Reborn, like the 1.0 or whatever. Um, when you had those companions, right? And like when I saw the Mikote and their dialogue and what they already like made them out to be, like it was very clear to me that like whenever there is a job like for I don't know dancers or geishas or anything like that, that it would be a Mikote. Not only do you sneak uninvited into a private gathering, you make violent threats against an upstanding citizen. It seems I have no choice but to summon the guards. Now let us step above and pray put on a good show. I have a reputation as a host to uphold. And this cat has to pretend she cares about her boss. It just kind of, I guess it kind of fits the lore and like the overall appearance. I think if there was like a Rogadin or a Lalafell or whatever, like they would maybe find it like people might find it weird to play through the cutscene. And if it was like Elizond, people would find them to be too classy. And if it was what am I missing? If it was a Vera, well, Vera's maybe could work, but this is Realm Reborn, so I guess they didn't have them yet. Ostrigen, Koi, time to work for your keep. Oh, so he's not even gonna fight? This is like the Wild West, but just with samurai. Should we call it the Wild East? Oh my god, yeah, this is a quest from Stormblood. That is true, but the characters, like most of these other characters, they are from the from the Realm Reborn. But even in Stormblood, there were no Vieras, were they? I think Vieras came along in Shadowbringers, right? That is no way to hold a katana. You're no true samurai. Ah, like there's a difference. A samurai is just a swordsman who fights with a katana, and this champion gladiator is gonna show you how it's done. You heard that, V? The difference is lost on this man. We must free him from his ignorance. Hold it. I have a mind to savor this. We shall save you for last. Let us warm the deck with an opening act. They just like spawn out of nowhere. What? For now, we enjoy the spectacle. I too shall observe. You alone are more than enough for this false shinobi. He's putting me on the spot again. Have at her! Oh god. This is not what I wanted. I mean, this should be easy though. Move to a part of your training, finish them swiftly. We'll try. I don't have any heals, do I? I do, or I do have the second wind, right? I don't know if there's like two enemies. Should I be using AoEs at all? You're tough, I'll give you that, but how will you fare against my pet? What? What is his pet? Oh my god, that is disgusting. Who in their right mind would keep this as a pet? Wow. Okay. That is terrible. Okay, so he doesn't show like the floor thing, like where he's gonna attack, but you can tell by his animation where he's gonna go to. I get that. It's just everything is so shiny. I can hardly see. We done? Well, we got the beast. I wasn't really fighting any other people. Let's take some heads. Alright, finally. Okay, are you ready, my man? That is but a pretender who doesn't even know how to hold a blade. It's probably true. Do you think I actually have to avoid him? He actually hits surprisingly hard. Not a fan. Oh. I thought I was just gonna stay frozen there. Oh, can I stand here? There we go. Not supposed to play out like this. The banquet is over. We give chase. Oh, I guess we still have to fight the little guy. Alright, I'll be right back. He's not really that tough without the bodyguards, is he? This is as far as you go. Who are you? I am Musasai, and beside me is my pupil V. We seek out the wicked and exact justice upon them. Musasai, the legendary swordsman whose tales I heard in Kugane? Small wonder my guards didn't stand a chance. Wow, he's been caught and he still finds it in him to have time to admire. But even legends bleed, and with my transcendent katana, I'm more than a match for you. Come, this blade shall drink deep of your lifeblood. Unrepentant fiend, you belong not in jail, but in hell. Say your prayers to whatever kami you keep. Okay, so I guess we're gonna fight him too. Oh, never mind. Is he truly dead? Did he actually kill him? You needn't befoul your blade with scum such as this. We have accomplished our goal of excising evil, and for that I'm glad. But this outing leaves much to be desired for your training. For, you see, a samurai learns best when he faces a fellow samurai of equal skill. Alas, they are hard to come by in this land, and a pretender, such as that whom you face, is no substitute. They just killed him right on the spot. Well, he did. Wow. We did it! Pats on the back for everyone, especially me. Now, what's this about you being a legend back at home? 'Tis ancient history, whatever I may have been in the past. Now I am but as you see me, an old man long past his prime. Dude, I would disagree. I like that outfit. She's cute. Well done, my friends. You have rid us of a depraved monster. His was a brutal end, but it was no more than he deserved. Justice well served indeed. Rest assured, this mess will be cleaned up. As they say, what happens in Del Sol stays in Del Sol. We are in your death, my lord. He broke the law and I was society broke him like a twig. Oh god, that's exactly what happened. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts. Is he okay? He's not okay. Mr. Sire, you're right? Dude, he's gonna die on us. Worry not, I shall be fine. My endurance is not as it once was, if all. Come, my friends, let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, 'twould seem, to the forest. Mamozigo, pray lead on. The forest? You mean Gridania? Oh dear. I mean, of course, right this way. What's his deal about Gridania? Why doesn't he want to go there? I didn't even notice the name of this deck. This quest is Blood on the Deck. That's actually very telling. You should have known. Where is this? This is, oh, we can actually walk there. Do you know what? There I get so jealous of everyone who's standing around there because I assume that everyone who's just there, that they have like all of their quests done. It's like they finished the game, so now they can stand around. I know that's not the case, but still. A nation at one with the forest, simply being here is a salve for the soul. Yet even amidst such seeming serenity, untold wickedness may lurk. Until such time as we find it, pray continue applying yourself to our art. Right then, I'll go about making inquiries at once. Okay, am I gonna get any spells whatsoever? Ever? Musasai is looking for your help to look for Mamozigo. Ah, V, by the strength of your aura, you have clearly kept at your training. And in discharging the duty of a samurai in 2 cities now, you're slowly but surely becoming one in suit. I hope that our time here will afford you further opportunity to grow. By the way, have you not seen Mamozigo? He hasn't returned here since he left us earlier. I worry that he has fallen prey to evil in the course of seeking it out. We should search for him. Let us split up and ask the locals. Surely one of them has seen our friend. Okay. I honestly miss just standing there and hanging out. I feel like I'm always in such a hurry to do things. I don't spend enough time just standing there. Hatted Lalafell, he's a showmaster, you say? I recall the face of every adventurer who has passed my post, but I've not seen anyone fitting that description. Sorry, I couldn't be of help. So this guy just notices every person with every glam and everything that they wear on themselves, and he's just like a database of all adventures. I doubt it. I doubt there's anyone who can do that. Only for those who study the blade will they be granted with a new scroll of the arcane arts, I suppose. Suppose that is the case. We need to find 2 more people. Alalafel, the fellow dozing off thither, is the only one I've seen, I'm afraid. Now, is there aught else I might assist with? Helping you achieve greater intimacy with the elementals, perhaps? Oh, this is actually the guy who I talked to today while I was doing the White Mage quest. It's like, now I feel like he knows me. Forgive me, oh, that's him? Oh, the one who explained the Aetherites? I forgot about that. Forgive me my bluntness, but you are not here with an opportunity for profit? Ugh, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. Yes, I did see a Lalafell much like you described. He was in the process of being taken away to the Adder's nest, though I don't know the circumstance. What? Taken away by the authorities, you say? There must be an explanation. Come, we must go to the adult mess at once. Where is that? Oh. Right there, actually. Because he said it wrong and I got confused. But yes, as a matter of fact, we did apprehend a Lalafell showmaster by the name of Momozigo. He was wanted here in Gridania for embezzlement. It was no large amount of coin, to be sure, but a crime is a crime, so we took him into custody on sight. However, that custody didn't last long, for the fellow up and fled when our backs were turned. He was last seen heading into the North Trout, towards Proud Creek, Exile-held territory. We're presently deliberating whether to dispatch a search party, but in light of the risks, I fear that none will be forthcoming. If this Momozigo is your friend, perhaps you might consider searching for him yourselves. He just doesn't want to deal with it at all. This bodes ill. Come, V, we must find Momozigo before he falls foul of these icky souls. Yeah, I bet he was very busy during the Sprout influx. Trying to remember every single face. So you can go to the bathroom. We'll be right back. Alright, where have we left off? Sometimes a good stretch actually feels really good. Where did I leave my glasses? Did I take them with me? Oh god. Normally I leave them at the table when I go. Not this time. Okay. Here we go. So I decided that I will be getting the origins sometime probably in August or whatever. So regardless of what my progress is and whether or not I've played through Final Fantasy 1 at that point, I think that's what I want to be doing in August. I'm very excited for that. I don't know, I was kind of feeling bad about not getting to play the game when it came out, but I also felt like I wouldn't really understand the game because I don't know the characters. And then I just kind of went and just kind of gotten over that fear of like not knowing the lore, because like how am I going to know the lore if I don't start learning the lore? So I'm just going to start somewhere. There's no right answer as to where I should start. And I'm already playing catch up. So I guess I just need to jump into it and not worry about it too much. Ugh. Hilarious, isn't it? Here I am on a heroic quest to punish criminals with you, but all this time I was a criminal myself. I was organizing a concert at the amphitheater, you see, but the songstress bailed last minute. At that time, I had a huge debt hanging over my head and no way of paying it off. I can't believe this. So I ran off with the money I'd collected from an advance ticket sales. I knew I was wrong, but I did it anyway. I'm no better than the crooks we've gone after. Will you punish me like you punished them? Like, you should have asked for help. To betray the people's trust and steal from them is a despicable act. Such evil cannot be suffered. Come on. We're not gonna kill Alalitha, are we? Another one? There's no way. Like, what kind of a quest is this anyway? Come on. Wow, Alalithal emotes are so adorable. There. The evil in you is excised. You have committed a crime, 'tis true. Yeah, we did do it already, but like not him, you know? 'Tis true, but so too have you dedicated yourself to fighting it. From this moment forth, do you swear to be a changed man and fight always for justice? I swear, I'll never do bad things ever again. I may not be able to wield a katana, but I'll fight with you nonetheless. He can be our little distraction. You've not spent all of your recent earnings, I trust. You would do well to return the money you took and beg forgiveness. If you apologize from the heart, I see no reason why the aggrieved would not forgive you for your transgressions. So go and make amends, and let us continue our quest. We cannot well succeed without you. Thank you, Musa V. I'll go and repay the money and apologize this instant. Yeah, well, we're not gonna kill him, are we? He did help a bunch of times, and he had one misstep, but, you know, that's no reason to go and kill him. Huh. If Momozigo aspires to evil, he has much and more work to do. As it stands, he has reformed himself and will make no more mischief. With that, our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts to... Oh, this guy is not doing well. That a little jaunt through the forest should tax me so. There is no overcoming old age. Oh goodness. That's very depressing, right? Yet here I am, come to the other side of the world in the twilight of my years. I journeyed here to find a worthy new pupil, and find her I did. But if truth be told, I have one more objective. I don't think it's about the pupil. I think he is also looking for someone to actually inherit him. That is to track down and punish a fugitive from Hingashi, a disgraced samurai known as Kogarashi. He is gonna die soon, as it appears. Mark my words, his is the face of true evil, and it is my solemn charge to strike him down. Yeah, he's trouble a lot. I had the chance to do so before, but I failed. His strength far surpasses my own. I could not defeat him. Forgive me, I should not burden you with this. Pray dismiss it as but the hollow ramblings of an old man. Come, let us return to the city. I feel like they did a good job at actually introducing like a lot of bits and pieces from the actual lore as well, and not just like not just from like the Final Fantasy lore, but from the samurai culture. I think they did a good job because it is their thing after all, and I think they crafted everything that's super Japanese within the game. I think they did a really good job with that. Like look at Kugane. Kugane is beautiful. And you can see just like how much detail and thought they put into it, and I expected no less from the Samurai Quest, to be honest. Yeah, all is forgiven, and all it took was a bit of money. I can come and go through Gridania as I please again. All debts are settled then. That as well. Let us move on to wherever the wind should blow. And the wind blows, it would seem, to snow-capped mountains. Mamosigo, pray lead us there. Right, this way, friends. We're going to Ishgard! Yeah, it's like the game doesn't fail to remind us of the fact that we're all aging. Oh man, even now, like I think about the way things were up until, I don't know, a few years ago when I couldn't ever even get tired, and even if I was tired, I would just have coffee and everything would just be better again. But with the kid around and just, being older overall, it's just sometimes it's like 10 o'clock in the evening and I want to be sitting there playing or watching a movie or, just spending time hanging out, but my head is just like dropping down and I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed, I'm sorry. And I never end up doing anything. It feels so bad. Like, I guess we're all suffering through it, but like, I don't know, like, is it weird and unrealistic that I had hoped that that feeling of fatigue would just kind of fail to present itself at my later age? Like, I thought I just wouldn't be one of those people, but we're all gonna be one of those people. It's very depressing, but it's just how it is. Such a breathtaking snowscape. Though each of this land's regions may not change much with the seasons, collectively they are no less colorful than Hingashi. Now then, Mamozigo and I will set to tracking down injustice in the city. In the meantime, my pupil, pray see to it your sword arm remains warm in this frosty clime. Yeah, that's the sad part about time. No one can outrun it. Oh, speaking of, well, not speaking of anything, I guess. But are you excited for the live letter? It's in 5 days. I think it's on July the 1st. I just don't know what time it is. I'm so hyped for it. Like I think they're gonna be giving a lot of info on like the new stuff, like the island sanctuaries and other updates. I'm so hyped. A heart-rendering rumor has blown Mamozigo's way, and Mususai has a mind to delve into it. Ah, V, your aura does not lie. You've grown stronger still. Since embarking upon our journey, you have made remarkable progress. Ere long, you will be a fully fledged samurai. But on to our mission. As we scoured the snow-swept stones and pillars of the city for evil, Mamozigo came upon a disturbing rumor. It's just awful, V. A stage tragedy played out in real life. A young couple threw themselves off a cliff in the Western Highlands. That is so sad. As I hear it, the two were sweethearts from low-born families, but the girl had the ill luck of being fancied by a young nobleman. This Honfrin tried to force them apart, and he hounded them so badly that they decided to end it. That's terrible. How would the nobleman even be allowed to marry a girl of like low like heritage or whatever? Two innocent lives lost, and why? Because some lordling had to think with his member. He must be punished, I tell you. High running as this rumor is, rumors are no basis for punishment. We must ascertain the rumor of the matter. Let us begin by making inquiries of the couple in the blue. That is so sad. These cases are horrible. Like, one is worse than the other. First we have the kidnapped girl, and then we have the... Oh god. Like, they're all so bad. Then the serial killer, then the suicide... Like, what? The young couple would hurl themselves off a cliff. A right tragedy, and no doubt, but it seems odd they'd go all the way to Western Highlands to do it. No shortage of places to fall off from around here. Yeah, I guess that's true. Maybe they were, like, chased all the way there, and then they decided to do it because they had, I don't know, nowhere to run or whatever. Or maybe they just didn't want to create a horror within the city. Listless, lowborn. First I heard about the poor buggers. Their luck ran out when Hornfrey took a fancy to the girl. He's a greedy bastard just like his father, Lord Yandro, and the Fury forbid you get in the way of what he wants. I wonder how she knows that. I don't even want to think about it. Folks are saying suicide, but I ain't convinced. Knew both of them well, I did, and they are not the sort to just give up on life, let alone each other. Aww. Yeah, I did the Dark Knight quests. I think that was last week. Those were pretty damn dark. I love them though. Like, the writing was just so good. So good. Yeah, last week I think it was Dark Knight and Gunbreaker. I finished with those. And I'm still waiting to finish like all the level 80 quests, but I decided to do all of them at once because at this point I have too many of them that I need to finish up with. So I'm just gonna go through them once I, decide to sit down and just finish them. So a cloud of suspicion hangs over the suicide. It bears further investigation, but first things first, Momo's ego has vanished yet again. Oh, wait, let's talk it over. Oh, help me! What? Mama's ego, he's in trouble. Bumby. What? What is happening? Like, there's always something freaky going on in Ishgard, isn't there? Jeez. This button is from Momozigo's garment, but he is nowhere to be seen. This bodes ill. That little fella, was he your friend? He was asking me about the suicides when some men bundled him up and carried him off. I hope he'll be alright. Oh god. It seems plain that there are those who take unkindly to our investigation. The time for caution is past. Let us confront this Onafrond himself. He was recently sighted near the Fast Fiddle on the level above. This guy is just incapable of learning any name. Okay, so last vigil. Have to translate everything. I would be interested into, but I hope they give out for some changes. Yeah, I think they're definitely going to talk about the changes and updates. Honestly, at this point, I'm getting a little frustrated, and I just want to see a glam dresser update of some sort. But I'm I know that it's probably not gonna happen this patch. They do have a lot on their plate. Um, I'm just curious about the direction, and I hope that at some point, well, not in this announcement, but I hope that at least we're going to be getting some hints as to, I don't know, they're not going to tell us anything about the story, but I'm just wondering like where they're taking us. Like they obviously they have a plan. They do keep mentioning like the next 10 years or whatever for Final Fantasy 14. So obviously they know kind of sort of where the story is going to go, but I'm just dying to know what's going to happen now. It's just I know that there's not going to be spoilers, obviously, but I don't even know when they like announce next expansion. Like, how long after the first expansion do they even mention the next one? Like, when was Endwalker announced during the Shadowlands cycle? Not Shadowlands, sorry, Shadowbringers. Oh god. Go away. Let me die in peace. Wait, what? Is that the guy who was chasing the couple? That is him. If you wish to throw your life away, we will not stop you. But first answer me something and clear your conscience. Our companion was seized up by unknown men while investigating the recent suicides, and it seems that there is more to the incident than rumors would have us believe. Tell us what truly happened. I tried to break them apart, that much is true, but they didn't kill themselves. I brought her to the manor late one night, and she learned things she wasn't supposed to know. Learned how my father was dealing illicitly in Feared. I implored father to overlook it, tried to convince him that she wouldn't talk, but he refused to listen. He ordered them taken to the Western Highlands, and they were, oh god, I loved her, I truly did. Oh, so he wasn't just a stalker, he was also unable to stop his father from killing his girlfriend-to-be. Jesus. As for your friend, I fear they mean to silence him too, at the Black Iron Bridge, like they did the others. Oh my god. That's so terrible. We thank you for your honesty and shall bother you no more, but know this, you are still young. You have all the time in the world to begin anew and to make amends, unlike this tired old man. Like, I like this development where he meets like a young person and like there's this whole appreciation of young age and this like theme, like it's like they talk about like samurai lore and spirit, and there's like quests where you right the wrongs and stuff, but also like every single samurai that you see in the movies and whatnot, they're mostly just really old men, and it's kind of a it's kind of a, I don't know, a nice little touch to the whole story. Why would a blue mage be used as an excuse for anything? Because blue mage, even though yes, it's a job, people just don't take it seriously. So why would they like? Why would that be any like explanation or reason or an excuse or whatever? Like, I doubt that people actually see it as a playable mage, because that is just something to, you know, to play if you want to do like the achievements and whatnot. Like, people don't actually main blue mage, do they? Oh gosh, we haven't a moment to waste. To Slack Eye on Bridge. Let's go. He's not gonna jump, is he? Can we talk to him? No, he's just gonna stand there and cry. Okay, well hopefully he doesn't take the extra step. But what would be the next mage? Like, if they actually, like, maybe it wouldn't be called a mage because there's a summoner who is a mage but also isn't a mage, as in like it isn't called mage per se. But if they were to introduce one, what would you think it would be? Oh, I love this mount. It's so cute. Alright. Thing is that the mage fantasy of damage over time management is missing now. You can make something out of it. Yeah, it's just that I don't know enough about like the jobs from other Final Fantasy games. So, like when it comes to my personal imagination on what they could introduce as a playable job, I think my imagination runs a little bit low. I mean, I personally would be excited about pretty much anything just because I haven't leveled everything yet and I still don't feel like I'm missing content because technically I don't even know what's on there, like in the rest of the jobs that I haven't played yet. Gosh, that was close. I thought I was a dead Lalafell. But what did he overhear? Forgive me my delay. The deep snow makes you work for every step. So you are the heartless cur who stole 2 innocent young lives. It is over. Surrender yourself. Oh, that's the daddy? Like hell's it's over. Mistake me not for one of your useless mercenaries. Not a shred of remorse, lowlier than a mindless beast. Such evil cannot be suffered. I'm gonna start using that sentence. Such evil cannot be suffered. Oh, that is so good. Our work here is oh god, this guy's gonna die on us. Oh. Musasai! Oh, I've not come this far to fail here. Now we got you, man. Worry not, my friends. 'Twas but a dizzy spell. Now then, I believe we've visited all the major cities of Erzir. Mama Zigo, you have been a fine guide and companion both. I am grateful for your help. All that remains is to find Kogarashi and deliver unto him his reckoning. Oh, he's clipping so hard. Oh. V, in the course of righting wrongs across the land, you have become a great samurai, one whose skills rival even those of Kogarashi. There's little and less for me to teach you. I thank the kami for blessing with me such a fine pupil. Come, my friends, let us return to the city and find a place to warm ourselves. Would you, like, what do you mean by dolls? Do you mean, like, some sort of puppet master? In that sort of way? Like, summoning, like, well, dolls, like, minions of a sort? For them to, like, do their bidding? Like, kind of like Geppetto? I'm not sure if I'm understanding the fantasy right, but that's what I imagined anyways. See, Broom is close enough for you not to even have to use the Aetherites, but... God, they work so hard. Oh, this is upstairs again. Oh, gets me every time. In FF10, there's some mage that uses dolls as focus for their magics. Oh, I see. What are they called? Or would that be a spoiler? Since we are gonna play the 10. I actually I have to admit I'm feeling pretty grateful that that Luneth arrived here with all the Final Fantasy games because he owns all the copies. And now I just get to play them without having to buy all of them because surprisingly enough, like when I was looking into buying them, you know, just for content to be able to play them on stream, I realized just how much of an investment they would be. So I'm pretty grateful that we're gonna be able to go through all of them. Unless he's planning on leaving. I don't think so. We thank the gods you're here. It's Musasai. He collapsed again as soon as we entered the gates. He's resting at the inn right now, but the Kurgan, he says that the old man is ill, gravely ill. He hasn't long left. It's a wonder he could even draw his katana. At this time, he's been pushing on by sheer force of will, punishing evildoers across the land, even saving my hide. So maybe he was doing all of this to just kind of, you know, get that last kick before he dies. Because he knows he's about to, and then he just kind of wanted to, you know, do something good before he does. I get that. What is it that drives him on? Why does he go to such lengths to find his Kogarashi character? The old man won't breathe a word on the matter, but there must be some reason. If only we knew we could finish his duty in his stead. I mean, we know who we need to find. She was also used as the Final Fantasy XIV memes as the belts disappear. What? I don't remember that. The reason was that her dress was clearly made out of belts. So they explained that by saying that they took all our belts to make her dress, or what? I don't remember that at all. For now, there's naught to do but keep watch over him. I'll see to that, so you needn't worry. If there is a change, you'll be the first to know. Feels bad. Oh, I'm at least gonna get the spell now. Mamazigo is a picture of panic. We have a situation. Mususai has disappeared from his inn room. Oh, that is so bad. Yeah, I remember the belts disappearing. I just don't remember how they explained it to us. Was there like an in-game thing, or they were just gone? He's in no shape to be up and about, and he left without even taking his medicine. Weakened as he is, though, he can't have gone far. I'd wager he's somewhere in the city still. Let's split up and look for him. I'll focus on the broom and use St. Valorant's forum. Sure. I actually don't know where his enemy would even be. I don't think he even told us that much. Oh, that's wonderful. Imagine hating someone so bad that on your, like, last day on Earth, pretty much, you go and find them to get revenge. Wow, never have I ever hated someone so much. Now I'm really interested in that guy. Yeah, I get that. I'm still struggling with storage because I still have all my leveling gears, and hopefully, since I am in the process, where is it? I'm in the process of leveling my white mage, so as I'm going through, like, the healer's gear, hopefully I'm gonna be able to get rid of all of those as my white mage is leveling up. I'm actually pretty excited about that. I can't get rid of tank gear because I'm yet to level my marauder as a warrior. But healers, I'll be finishing up soon. Yeah, I don't know why we had belts in the first place, to be honest. And I think the belts, some of them, like, if they actually made, like, the aesthetics for them would look nice, but I get how it was overwhelming at the beginning, at least, when they reconstructed the Realm Reborn. And I guess it wasn't such a big priority, but still, I think they could have made some pretty cool bells, like in WoW. At last we are alone. Good. The remedies of this land aren't to my liking, I'm afraid. Fortunately, I brought with me potent drafts from the Far East that restore one's vigor for a time. So, drugs. And while its effects last, there's work I would do. As I explained to you earlier, I came to Erisir for two purposes. The first was to find and train a worthy pupil. The second was to find and punish the fugitive Kogarashi. However, I had yet to tell you of his crime. Kogarashi's crime was to create a killer. His pupil went on a killing spree, cutting down numerous Hingan dignitaries, one after the other. In my land, the master is held accountable for the deeds of the pupil, and Kogarashi's hands were deemed no less bloody than the murderer's. See. For his punishment, he was ordered to commit seppuku, atonement by ritual suicide. By desiring to live, Kogarashi forsook his honor and fled here to Erisir. Right, okay. That he would thrive in spite of all the deaths he had caused in affront to the very spirit of the samurai. It is unforgivable and cannot go unpunished. But try as I might to render justice, as is my duty, I could not defeat him. Countless times I tried, but I always faltered. But you, V, you have grown tremendously since you first began walking our path. Strong as you have become, I'm confident that you can face Kogarashi on equal standing. This is your final trial. Find Kogarashi, defeat him, and your training as a samurai shall be complete. I'm loving today's glam. Kogarashi makes his lair in western highlands of Curse Air Us at a place called Twin Fools. Let us set off, but as you make your way, remember, 'tis a loathsome wretch you go to face, who places his own life before honor. Such evil cannot be suffered. Yeah, let's get this over with. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm going to finish this quest, and then for tomorrow I want to start fresh, because we have quests from, we're gonna have quests from 60 to 70, and I will be going through that. So this is gonna be our samurai weekend. I actually didn't know it would take me this long to go through them, but it was fun nonetheless, and I just want to take my time and actually talk to you guys as well. So I'm going to do that tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be finishing the entire samurai story, which I think was quite nice. And honestly, I don't see a lot of people streaming these stories, not because they're bad. I don't think people think they're bad, but I think that, well, judging by some things that I've seen, like, all over the internet, I think that there's a fear among content creators that if you're not streaming MSQ or high-end rating, that you are out of content. And I don't know, like, it's not my place to comment on whether or not someone should, you know, feel this way or not, because if they're not comfortable with creating other types of content, that's fine, and that is totally up to an individual content creator. But I do believe, and I want to believe as a content creator, that people will appreciate having any sort of content that people are passionate about. Obviously, you shouldn't be sitting there and streaming something you don't enjoy, because that is very obvious when you create content. But I also think that, like, if you're passionate about something, you shouldn't worry about, like, how good and epic of a story it is, because in the end, people can choose to watch anyone, and if they, I don't know, if they choose to participate in your stream, they are there for, you know, for talking to you as well. And I just wish more of my fellow content creators had this confidence to stream the content that makes them happy. And I don't know, in future I would like to see that, because I also watch streams. I also enjoy, like, other people's content, and it's just kind of, I don't know, to me it's just, I just wish I had more people to watch as well, like, when I'm not streaming. But I feel like most people who I would like to watch are avoiding streaming right now, because they don't exactly know, like, what they would like to stream, which is just kind of sad sees. Here we are, V. Are you ready to deliver onto Kogarashi's reckoning? Such evil cannot be suffered. Then you would do well to strike me down. What? What? Then you would do well to strike me down. I am Kogarashi. What the hell? What? No way. No. What? Oh my god, this is starting to make so much sense. It's like all of the, like, foreshadowing about honor and everything. It's just starting to click. Oh, Jesus. Oh, I didn't even, you know what? Like, I normally have a good understanding of these, and, like, at least guesses on who it's gonna be and what it's gonna happen, but, like, I did not see this coming at all. I actually thought that we were legitimately gonna go and follow this guy and find our Kogarashi and you know, get to know him. But I should have known, because normally what they do in these quests, they introduce you to, like, the big bad, somewhere, I don't know, mid questing, like, I don't know, level 60 or 56, 58, or whatever. You already know who the big bad is. Oh my god. So he was, oh, I get it now. He wanted us to be his, his good students. So he used us to try and like correct the mistake that he made before. He created a bad student, and we were kind of his redemption in a way. Oh Jesus. Holy shit. Then you would do well to strike me down. I am Kogurashi. No way. I wore this name once upon a time as I wore this Jingasa. Together with my pupil, I journeyed the length and breadth of Hingashi, hunting down evildoers. But my guidance was lacking, and ere long my pupil strayed from the path. And the rest of the tale you already know. Holy shit. I really don't want to kill him though. It feels so bad. I failed to prevent his murderous rampage, but instead of taking responsibility, I took flight. Instead of honorable death, I choose dishonorable life. Countless times I turned a blade upon myself, but always my courage faltered, and so I have lived to this day with my disgrace. I don't think it's just a lack of courage, I think it's just a feeling of like lack of accomplishment, and by having us as a pupil, he actually did accomplish something, I would hope. Oh. Furthermore, I deceived you. I masqueraded as a protector of peace, a paragon of virtue, when I'm anything but. I spoke loftily of rendering punishment unto the wicked, when I'm the one most deserving of it. It was me. Oh my god. Well, we did forgive, like, the little Lalafell when he made a mistake. Like, I don't know. I would find it in my heart to forgive him, but he wouldn't forgive himself, so it would be a life that's not really worth living. Because guilt in Japanese culture is very big, so. My punishment is long overdue. Render it unto me, V, and your training shall be complete. I don't really want to. That's exactly my face. It is not your master who stands before you, but a great evil. Now come and take my head, else I shall take yours. No! No, you awful little man! No! Unlike before, this is no game. It ends only when one of us lies dead. Oh, come on. Come on. Do I have to? Do I have to? I'm starting to panic. I'm not even doing my positionals or anything. Oh my god. And he's also sick and old. Like, we're battling an old man who, well, he doesn't want to die of natural causes. Did he just heal? He better not be healing, because that's not fair either. That would be stupid, wouldn't it? What are these? Probably not good. Probably not good. Am I okay? Am I okay here? I think so. Oh my god. How strong you have grown. Yeah, this is not what I want to do. The technique for which I earn my name. Drawing upon my blaze power, I shall What? Do I need to kill one of these? I need to kill all of them, I think. Did we fail? That would be annoying. Oh, never mind. Okay, well if this is all he can do, then we're fine. Oops. Actually kept forgetting to spend this. Yeah, the entire thing actually makes a lot of sense. It's just that I was hoping that we're on an actual quest to fight another person. You know, I didn't want to believe that. Didn't want to believe it was him. But normally, good stories happen when you don't see what's going to happen, but then it does. So I get that. That's what makes it good, in a way. Like, until the story ends, you don't really know how good of a story it is. Because this ending is just, I don't know, to me it was really unexpected, but it was very well crafted, to be honest. It's very sad too. Well done, my pupil. You have fulfilled your duty. Oh god. The final technique. You have drawn it forth. Good. Good. I have served my purpose. Now end it. Give this villain his just punishment. Can we not just take him to the hospital? Oh god, what have you done? Peace, Mamaciko. It was my doing, and no more than I deserve. Yeah, now we're the ones who need to explain all this. To everyone. Oh, that feels so bad. Don't do it! Don't stop for the love of the 12, that's enough! What do I do? I really don't want to. Okay, he's just gonna die on his own. He's sick. We don't have to kill him. Did we kill him? No. There's no way. No way my character would do that. Excise the evil in me, have you? Absolve me of my crimes. Okay, now he's gonna die. But how do we do that? You've become a greater samurai than I even dared to hope, living in shame and coming to this land. It was all worth it. The evil in me is no more. Now I may know peace in the realm yonder. Technically we did kill him, we just didn't like instantly finish him off, we let him suffer instead. No, Musasai, please don't die, you can't. My time was nigh. Better that it end this way. The Momoziga. Every moment of our journey I cherished. Aww. That's really sad. Our work here is done. One fewer evil afflicts the realm. Holy shit. Like, we only just met him today. But this still hurts somehow. How does the game do this? Thank you, old man, for everything. We'll go on one last journey together to the promised place. Holy shit. What a good quest line. Wow. And this sunset picture, that was in all of the like the side quests. It was a huge foreshadowing. We didn't even see it. Musasai bade me bury him here, where he could look upon the western seas. I didn't know why at first, but now I think I do. I want to take a screenshot. This is just gorgeous. He wanted to watch the setting sun, watch it begin its return journey to the east, to Hinkashi. No doubt he wished that he could do the same. Holy shit, this is the saddest thing. He missed his homeland dearly, and to the last the thought of his errant pupil weighed on his mind. Well, I suppose we should be going. Let's leave Musasai to rest and head back to Old Da. I'm taking so many print screens. The game is just gorgeous. While we were on the road, the old man told me something. That before he died, he wanted to leave behind a pupil into whom he poured all of himself. I don't think he could have found a better person. And as his final pupil, I get the sense that he's entrusted his legacy to you, V. So I hope that you'll keep on protecting the peace as Musasai once did, seeking out the wicked and bringing them to account. And remember always, such evil cannot be suffered. What do we get? What is this? Gradually increases your god. Oh. Cool. That is actually really cool. Wow. I honestly, I didn't think this story was gonna be this good. It's really, really, really good. It's like we were his final student, his final hope for like a little bit of redemption that he was craving. But like his funeral, like where he was buried, that just killed me, you know? Like not being able to go home and then spending the eternity just, you know, looking at the sunset every day, going back home where he couldn't go. Yeah, we better not not mess up our samurai rotations anymore. Oh god. Sam, I am. Do you get a title, or is this just the legend of? How do I have so many of these quests? Like, how much of the story is there? I'm like, this was the level 60 quest. There's like 60 to 70, but there isn't 70 to 80. I guess the third quest is just that last quest that we get as a level 80. I get that. Okay, and that's gonna be the title, Samurai in a Strange Land. Okay, I got it. So we have like 10 more quests to do. If you not play Dark Knight, this will be such a story clash to Samurai. There is a 70 to 80 for Samurai. How come? When all the rest of the jobs don't have a 70 to 80, why would they give Samurai a 70 to 80 in addition to like the role quests and everything? That is so strange. So there's like 20 more quests instead of 10? What? Really? Wow, I did not know that. This is something that we're gonna continue tomorrow. For today, I wanna make sure I prepare some food and get a little bit of rest because, like I said, I only got like 4 hours of sleep last night, and I want to be able to stream tonight as well. I'm so excited for Final Fantasy VII, and that's what we'll be doing on Vplays. If you're watching on YouTube and if you're watching on Twitch, it's the same channel. I will be starting at 9 p.m. Central European, which is like 3 p.m. EST. Just like you're used to. So I will be back then. It was because the Shadowbringer was the last place they built a unique job quest for all jobs. I see. Okay. Thank you for letting me know that. That is actually very good for my time management. That I know this. But tomorrow we are going to be finishing the entirety of Samurai quests anyways. I really want to get this done and just have all the spells unlocked so that I can, play it. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this. It was an incredible story and definitely one worth playing. I loved it. Hopefully the Stormblood and the Shadowbringers quests are gonna be just as good, if not better, as well. So for those of you only watching Final Fantasy XIV content, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow, 3 p.m. Central European time or 9 a.m. 9 a.m. EST on this channel, so Momstan on YouTube or Momstan on Twitch. But like I said, I will be seeing you tonight on Vplays and on Twitch. So yeah, get excited for that. Make sure to get some rest, get some food, get some drinks, and I'll see you that's like in 3.5 hours. And we're gonna continue another amazing story. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you later. Take care, have fun, and